Years ago, during the second year of the Ultron Revolution, the Terrigen Mist was accidentally unleashed and turned many children into Inhumans. The parents of these children decided to give their children to the Inhuman royal family, who helped during the conflict, and the royal family would try and take the children to the moon, where Ultron could have reached them. However, Inferno and Miss Marvel were helping the children. Black Bolt, Medusa, Crystal, Gorgon, and Miss Marvel were taken by the virus in year 3. While the children were protected and taken to safety, Inferno and Ember Quaid watched their friend, Miss Marvel, be taken by the virus right in front of them. Now in the present day on the moon, Adeland is now divided into two groups, the Earthborn and the Moonborn. The Earthborn are treated inferior to the Moonborn. We find Inferno, who is now an adult and is a member of the Inhuman Royal Council, as the royal family were killed during the Ultron Revolution, and Triton is now on his deathbed. The Inhuman Council are deciding on opening a cell that was found in the depths of an abandoned prison that no one has any recollection on, while Inferno, along with Ember Quaid, the other Earthborn on the council, and Tonaja, a Moonborn, vote to keep it sealed. The rest of the council vote to open it. Inferno and Ember leave the meeting and go to their home, where it is revealed that they are together romantically and have a memorial for Miss Marvel in their hallway. They begin the morning until suddenly they are visited by Iso, Sarah Garza, Sheath, and Tonaja from the council, and they all begin to make dinner as it is revealed that they all live together due to them either being a weak Inhuman or an Earthborn. The next day, the council opens the cell as a man walks out. The council asks who he is, and he reveals that he doesn't remember his real name, and so the Inhuman people call him the Unspoken. The Unspoken reveals that he is once a king of the Inhumans, and he is the one true king of Adelan. The council argues on what to do with Inferno, Tonaja, and Ember, saying that he could be lying and can't be trusted. However, the rest of the council vote and decide to give the Unspoken the throne of Adelan, and the council is disassembled. Throughout the next few months, the Unspoken makes it so that Earthborn and weak Inhumans are treated so differently that Tonaja is sadly beaten to death in the streets one day. The Unspoken spreads fear on the Earthborn and weak with Moonborn and powerful, being told that the Earthborn and weak will destroy their way of life one day, so if they do not act. Inferno, after the death of Tonaja, starts a revolution with Iso, Ember, Sarah, and Sheath to overthrow the Unspoken for his unfair rule. Inferno and the Revolution invade a prison that is filled with Earthborn Inhumans that were imprisoned during the Unspoken's rule. In the prison, Inferno and Ember find an Inhuman by the name of Reader, who begins to kill his captors and help the resistance by reading cards with Embrail due to him not having the ability to see. Reader joins the revolution during this, and Inferno, Iso, Sarah, Sheath, Ember, and now Reader return to their base and celebrate their victory. The next day, Inferno briefs Ember, Reader, Cider, Iso, and Sheath on their next mission. Inferno tells them that the Unspoken has a secret facility that his intel says holds all of his plans for his rule. Inferno explains that they need to break in and figure out what the Unspoken plans on doing with the Earthborn. Later, Inferno and Ember realize how dangerous their next mission will be and decide to spend their night doing something for the rest of the night. Why is everyone beginning to become freaky now? The next day, Inferno, Ember, Iso, Sheath, Sarah, and Reader invade the Unspoken's facility. The group manages to get to the Unspoken's plans and find something truly horrific, that he plans on selling multiple Inhumans, both Earthborn and Moonborn, to a group of space pirates known as the Ravagers. The group stand there horrified until suddenly the Unspoken himself walks into the room. The Unspoken tells them that they have been a nuisance and he will be glad to massacre them all. The group begins to fight the Unspoken, and while they hold up a decent fight, the Reader tells them that they need to leave, and he'll hold the Unspoken off. Inferno initially protests, but the Reader convinces him to leave as they all escape through an air vent. The Unspoken tells the Reader that he's stupid and he shall rip the Reader's head from his shoulders. The Reader tells him otherwise and pulls a card, and it reads, Explosion. It makes the entire facility explode. Inferno, Iso, Sarah, Ember, and Sheath manage to escape and get back to their base, where they mourn their fallen ally. Inferno decides that this needs to end and tells the Revolution that they need to launch a full-scale attack on the Unspoken and his army. The next day, the Revolution attacks the Unspoken in a brutal battle. The Unspoken joins the battle and battles Sheath, Sarah, and Iso as he constantly looks for Inferno. He continues beating on them until he sees Inferno and Ember on a screen. The Unspoken finds out that Inferno's plan on revealing what the Unspoken has been doing and tells them that he plans to sell them to the Ravagers. The people of Adelan and even the Unspoken's own army begin to attack the Unspoken. Even with all this power, the Unspoken is overwhelmed and killed by the Inhumans. Inferno and Ember begin to leave until an Inhuman yells out, "King," and begins to bow to Inferno. Multiple other Inhumans begin to do the same until all of Adelan are bowing to their new king, Inferno. 10 months later, Inferno is sitting next to Ember on an Inhuman hospital bed with Inhuman doctors working on her lower half. A minute later, Ember has given birth to Inferno's daughter and the future ruler of Adelan, Kamala Tonaja Quaid of the Inhuman royal family.